is this 4chan? Who is this anonymous hacker known as 4chan? Or as Philip DeFranco might say it, 4chan. 4chan is an image board where it's mostly anonymous. You can choose to out yourself, but it's generally against not just the culture, but also the etiquette to do so. 4chan, very, very old image board. Doesn't have a lot of features. It doesn't need a lot of features. If you're not familiar with an image board, basically, you go, you post image, you write text. It's kind of like archaic Instagram, except for, well, you don't have to post an image. Archaic Instagram is like the worst way to describe it. On poll, somebody, which is, how do I say this affectionately? How do I say this nicely? Poll is a place where federal agents go to advertise live streams of their glow ups. So somebody goes on poll and they make EMG, Elon Meltdown General. This is a thread meant to discuss the going-ons of Elon Musk. In the OP, they write, Elon is Adrian, and this is an indisputable fact. There's nothing more political happening right now. Media is barely talking about blah, blah, blah. Known alt, Adrian Dittmann. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I really don't care about Elon Musk beyond when he does something really funny. So I'd never heard of this guy, Adrian Dittmann, before. Adrian Dittmann, I've never heard that name before. Elon Musk, yeah, the only Elon Musk all I know is Elon Musk and his 4-year-old toddler or whatever the hell. And funny enough, there's a guy using an identifier in this thread going by the name Adrian Dittmann. I'd never heard of Adrian Dittmann before. Adrian Dittmann writes a post saying, when Elon buys this site, you are so fucked and it will be so based. We'll finally get audio and video upload support and some other much needed upgrades. This site layout is stuck in 2005. Now, you can go and dissect this, but honestly, it just gets funnier from here. So... He doesn't know. He doesn't know. He doesn't know a lot of things. James, this is baby's first post. He starts responding to a bunch of other people in this thread. In Elon Meltdown General. This time, he says, that was debunked, dipshit. Elon used very small doses in a medically regulated environment. And even if he did increase his dose, asking someone about their personal medical conditions is fucked up and violates any HIPAA and other moral writings on the wall. Irrelevant. Now, what do you think he's talking about? What do you think he's talking about here? Very small doses in a medically regulated environment. Yeah, would it be marijuana? Would it be that thing that he did on Joe Rogan? The based boy Elon Musk went on Joe Rogan, the JRE, and smoked weed? Yeah, those of you saying ketamine. Yeah, it's ketamine. I had no idea Elon Musk did ketamine. To people defaming him, I hope you're enjoying yourselves. Our laws are going to change soon. Cybercrime will finally be enforced properly in this nation. You are a maggot. He's very careful with his word choice. You don't want to accidentally slip up and have this, like affect your Twitter account. And Elon has done more in his 20s than you will ever do in your entire pathetic life. Go take some painkillers and get back to the trailer with your alcoholic sister. Elon would be a trip friend. He would. He would. So then he goes on to keep responding to other people. He goes on to respond to more people. Elon is a friend. I'll leave it at that. Not Elon, unfortunately. Somebody accused him of being Elon Musk. But please, do not conflate conservative Republicans with the alternative right. Neo-Nazis are purely hateful incels. Elon is a father who gets lots of sex. He will never stoop to the lows of anger and posting emotionally like a lot of people expect him to. Elon Musk has famously never had an emotional outburst on Twitter, especially not recently. That has never happened. HB1 existed before Trump and it's not going anywhere, nor should it. Imagine getting pissed about someone dropping water in the sink when your basement is flooded. The illegals are going to be out of here. Only the top 1% will get a chance to earn citizenship if they contribute and grow our GDP and economy. We are not losing in that situation. So what he's talking about is Elon Musk recently got into some controversy for saying that we should bring over more people from foreign countries into America because people from India work harder than Americans ever will. And A lot of people were really mad about that. A lot of people were really mad. So interesting that he's bringing this up. We are still getting the criminals out of here. Elon is a friend. Do not forget that. The sudden anger is so inorganic. It reminds me of the Mr. Beast outrage where people hated just because it got a little bit of traction. Everyone forgot about it and heard his side of the story. There is a smear campaign going on, and I will call it how I see it. Famously, people have forgotten the Mr. Beast dramas. So then he posts this, which I just thought this was a beautiful post, and so it had to be the thumbnail. At least part of it. This thread is full of negativity. I'm out of here. Enjoy your anger and resentment. Happy New Year. I got a feeling it's gonna be a great one. Check your friends later, Anons. He's so hip with it. He's so hip with it. Very, very, you know, I had my own moment of this. Live long in art spur, but we won't talk about that. Anyways, so yeah, he posts this. And unfortunately, that's the end of his post. Just kidding. No, it's not. Well, actually, graphic content is permitted. It just has to be politically relevant and in good taste. No one wants to see snuff content on their feed. Elon is very liberal about it. Some footage crosses the line, but he has been very decent about the last couple happenings and allowing the uncensored footage to be hosted on X.com. Big difference in reporting news and happenings to fellow friends and disrupting the feed to discourage users from returning to the platform. There must be a balance. So if you actually zoom in on this image here, down here it says switch account, admin portal, bans. So you can see it, bigger letters here. And now some people have pointed out that there is like a bit of odd spacing here. So it might actually be a tampered screenshot. I have no idea. I have no idea. Someone smarter than me can go in and check it out. Yeah, enhance, Control C, Control V. You can tell with the pixels. Yeah, there's like ways to tell. I don't know if you guys can tell with this. Regardless, even if this is fake, it does open up a very interesting new rabbit hole. Is Adrian Dittmann Elon Musk? I'd like to believe. I'd like to believe. But I checked this guy's post history, and there's some other stuff going on here. I wonder why he didn't like the Sam Hyde video on Elon Musk. I wonder why he didn't like it. I wonder possibly why. If Adrian Dittmann is Elon Musk, that means Elon Musk has watched Sam Hyde's video on him. So I see this article. People really think Adrian Dittmann is secretly Elon Musk. And I saw this and I was like, huh. So this is like a common conspiracy theory, not just one off of like a random 4chan thread. Okay. Next screenshots reportedly posted by Adrian Dittmann featuring admin permissions regular users shouldn't have, but they're fake. There's a video of Adrian Dittmann speaking to Elon Musk on Twitter Spaces. For me, this is interesting because, like, why would these two people be talking? How does Adrian Dittmann know Elon Musk? Or how does Elon Musk know Adrian Dittmann, rather? Right? What's going on here? Like, this guy has 200,000 followers on Twitter. So he's not like some huge mainstream celebrity or whatever, you know? He's decently popular for Twitter, but he doesn't have an identity outside of Twitter, which is very interesting.
Alex Jones thinks it's me?
Yeah, this is part 2. You've met me at least 3 times. You're about to die of laughter, aren't you?
Oh, thank you. Either Elon or his largest glazer?
Yeah, this is part 3. I swear, honestly, there's nothing better than to hear you laugh this much. Like, I can only imagine the kind of stress you're under.
So funny.
Yeah. Dude.
I can't tell which one is which.
For the past couple of weeks, I basically... Oh god, I can't do this.
It's so
oh my god.
Sounds similar. They sound very, very similar. Yeah, both have South African accents. How many South African tech bros are out there? Are there that many? Am I stupid? Does South Africa have like its own Silicon Valley?
So yes. Odds are there's someone who sounds like you somewhere. Yes. And you are that person.
Yes. It gets worse. It gets worse. It gets so much worse. It gets so much worse.
Honestly, I don't believe you're not me.
Yeah, that's a theory. That's a
me.
theory. People think I'm legitimately your clone. There's been theories that I'm one of your new.
I don't know which one is supposed to be Elon. I don't know which one of these voices is Elon Musk. I kind of wonder. I kind of wonder if this is like his AI pet project.
It's eerie.
and it's trained on his voice. How are there two people with South African accents? Their voice is almost identical. One is just a little bit deeper. They're both obsessed with like tech and crypto and AI. Something's up here. Something's up here. That's kind of racist. South African isn't a race, probably.
Well, like, I mean, are there pictures of you? Like, what do you look like?
I've seen.
See that the quieter voice that keeps laughing a bunch? That's Elon. Because that's why he asked Adrian, are there pictures of you? What do you look like? Because Adrian has never, ever been in any photo. He's never been in any photo. All of you guys who are thinking that this deep voice that's been doing all the talking is Elon Musk, it's not.
I've seen Adrian. He could be your twin.
I mean, I could.
Are you serious? What are you saying?
See, and that's why you. Are you serious?
I could DM you, dude. I could DM you. If you enable access, I'll tell you everything you need.
What's weird to me is the voice that's supposed to be Elon Musk does not sound like Elon Musk. Adrian sounds like Elon Musk, just a little bit deeper. Before we get to the more voice stuff though, here's somebody doing a pretty interesting breakdown. On the 29th of July, 2021, Adrian Dittmann created a Twitter account. One of his first tweets was a reply posted 18 minutes after Elon posted his reply. Both replies were made to the same account, a user with less than 200 followers. Both replies started with, haha. Adrian Dittmann also uses the phrase, good point, and a simple Google dork, e.g. sitex.com/Elon Musk, quotation mark, good point, will yield tons of results of Elon using the same word. So this is how people tend to catch people posting on like 4chan, is people will compare typing quirks. So some people, there was like a famous incident in a VTuber company where they weren't posting on 4chan, but on a talent's Twitter account, an apostrophe was used. That's the iPhone apostrophe. And that talent used like a normal apostrophe, not the iPhone apostrophe. So people instantly honed in on that and were like, wait a minute, that's not how this person types. Yeah, the manager apostrophe. So it's a pretty common way of sussing things out. So here's some examples. Elon Musk is responding to Tim Urban, who posted 4 hours ago. It's funny that people pretend the butterfly and breaststroke are not the same thing. Wes Townsend, Otogi Beef Curry, 4 minutes ago, says, why does swimming get 4 different strokes anyways? We don't run the 100-mile backwards or have 100-meter skipping, 100-meter backwards or 100, whatever. Elon says, haha, at 10:31 p.m. And then to the same post, Adrian Dittmann says, haha, that's a good point. So maybe you could argue that Adrian is just a really big fan of Elon and he's stalking like all of his replies. Why would he reply to the same post? Maybe he was hoping Elon would notice him? In many cases, more than I'm going to post here, Elon and Adrian Dittmann use similar verbiage, and while the words are common in general, the usage is interesting. Elon, agreed, working on it, agreed. Adrian Dittmann, agreed. It's not like super damning on its own, right? It's not super damning on its own. You can argue, well, it's not the exact same either. From Elon Musk, he was indeed quite grumpy, but we did not actually know what we were doing, so he had a point. At this point, I'm quite curious about the manifesto. The articles printed in newspapers are quite literally yesterday's news. Sadly, quite true. It takes a lot of work to purge LLMs from the internet training data. Grok 2, which comes out in August, will be a giant improvement in this regard. Adrian Dittmann. I'm seeing the continuity here. That's quite cool. Which is ironic, because like most status symbols, it's toxic. In this case, quite literally. Depending on the context, this can become quite morbid. Alright? It's just another little thing. You know, it's just like another little one. Indeed! I hope to see that in my lifetime. Indeed! Exclamation point. If you picked out each of them on their own, I think it's stretching. But the thing is so much of the language is the same. And then the manner of speaking is the same. The accent is the same. All right, here's more. Thank you for the lovely letter. That sounds like a great idea. We'll do it. Hope you're having a lovely Sunday. Would be lovely to see more accounts on X simply posting beautiful content. Lovely. Lovely. Now here's one that this one is the most damning in my opinion because grown men do not type like this. From Elon Musk. From Adrian Dittmann. It's all coming together. You're telling me these two grown men with South African accents, an interest in AI, technology, cryptocurrency, they both say Doomsday Dan, thank you. Careful, Pippers. If you keep this up, Elon will buy out Face Connect and fire you. That son of a bitch. He wouldn't. I'll also note that Elon's tweets range in presentation from brief to lengthy and from memes to professional. Adrian Dittmann's tweets are typically friendly, but the formatting can be strange. There's often no punctuation. Sometimes new sentences on a new line are preceded by a comma, and there are a lot of odd line breaks, which may be caused by the use of voice to text. Now, that one's interesting, because maybe I'm projecting. But if I was Elon Musk, autistic billionaire, and my grand plan is to troll the internet, all the while hyping myself up, I would probably try to cover my tracks a bit. Maybe I'd change the spelling of some words, you know, use like the British spelling instead of the American spelling or whatever. Maybe, since I'm a tech bro, I'd use speech to text. An image Adrian Dittmann posted on March 2nd, 2022 included screenshots of his browser. One of the few bookmarks on the browser bar was titled Gallifreyan Translator. Okay. Gallifreyan is a fictional language used by the Time Lords of Gallifrey from the British television program Doctor Who. It's an okay show. Adrian Dittmann's Twitter avatar was previously a cipher, which when translated corresponded to his name. Okay. So here's the Gallifreyan script, and it says Adrian Dittmann. Not anymore, it's not. Okay, well, it used to be. If you do a Google search for the term Gallifreyan Translator, the first link in the results is for a GitHub page by the same name, owned by the user Adrian17. Bookmarking that page gives you the exact bookmark that Adrian Dittmann had in his browser. Granted, anyone can fork that repo, and the bookmark would be the same if saved. However, it's an odd coincidence given the fact that the owner of the site has the same first name as Dittmann, though the last name is different. As for the surname Dittmann, perhaps it's a nod to Jason Dittmann of the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics, whose team discovered LHS 1140b, a planet 39 light-years from Earth that could hold the greatest potential for life of any known world outside of our solar system, and whose research has been called ambrosia to techno-science geeks. Dittmann is also a Germanic surname, and both Adrian Dittmann and Elon have posted tweets in German. Now, that's another pretty damning one. You know, the Gallifreyan one, probably a silly coincidence. Why are Elon and Adrian Dittmann posting in German? That's interesting. People don't usually post in random languages unless they're like a weeaboo. Adrian Dittmann in several tweets also reference Giga Berlin, the manufacturing plant for Tesla located in Berlin-Brandenburg, Germany. Each tweet used in this post has a number in the bottom right corner that corresponds to the status ID of the tweet, blah, 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 blah. If you made it this far, congratulations. All of this is circumstantial, of course, and each of these points don't add up much, but when put together, there's a curious amount of coincidence. I don't know. And then the last clip is just Elon talking about ketamine. Here's what
You
Elon
have a
sounds like.
ketamine prescription.
Yeah.
What's that for?
Well, I mean, it's pretty private to ask somebody about a medical prescription, you know. But I think it's something I'd say, like, there are times when I have sort of, I don't know, like a negative chemical state in my brain.
Doesn't he sound like Adrian?
Like depression, I guess, you know, or like depression that's not linked to any negative news. And then ketamine is helpful for getting one out of a negative frame of mind.
Well, listen,
in fact, I generally, obviously I'm not a doctor, but I would say if someone has depression issues, they should consider talking to their doctor about ketamine.
I am not gonna go to the doctor about ketamine, but thank you, Mr. Musk. Thank you. I think Adrian is Elon Musk. Ketamine therapy is used for treatment-resistant depression. Sounds like something the government would concoct up to fucking kill people with depression. It's a good drug, Pippa. Okay. Wait, here's like a clip.
Like, you think that like you can like put on a persona online and like people will
I don't put on a persona. Fooling people in what?
that like you're Adrian.
What do you mean? I am Adrian. This is who you're talking to.
No, I just think you
What
think
do
you're
this
smarter than
is?
everybody and that you thought that like
How?
it's like you thought you could be this Adrian and that we wouldn't know it's Elon.
Wait, hang on a second. This whole time, you're thinking that I'm Elon. Really?
I'm just joking.
Sure.
Like what would you like if I did
Sure.
think you were Elon, what would you think?
I think that would be kind of stupid.
What would be stupid? That I think you're Elon or that Elon is doing this?
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually both of those. Actually, but actually, the fact that you'd think that Elon would be doing something like this. Elon has no need to do things like this. He's got a lot more important things to do.
Like play Diablo. Elon stutters a lot. Isn't it Elon?
I don't know, running the tons of companies that he has.
He has that
dealing with all the
perception that he
problems
has that
comes
to
with
do,
it.
but he's just a rich fucking guy. He just owns it. Other people does everything for him. He doesn't have to do shit.
Okay, how about this? You have a bunch of money, do you?
No, I suck at my job.
Right, then how would you know what he's doing, and how would you know how to be rich or not be rich? Right? This is
Because I
the
get
thing.
how
It's
money,
Elon, he
I
just
get how
does
like
a bunch
a
of things.
CEO's work. Like,
Then why don't you become one?
It's Elon with a fucking voice changer, dude.
If you think it's so
I don't
easy, then
know.
why did you do it?
Because I don't want to. I'd rather make
Why
people
not?
laugh and like play Fortnite.
Yeah, he took that personally.
Very
You
cool,
did.
and there you go. But then your opinion is going to be very subjective to the point where you're kind of disconnected from whatever the real world is beyond whatever this simulation is, which is.
He's so mad.
Well, yeah,
Of
but a
course, a literal
CEO is
fucking
disconnected in the same way, though, is what I'm saying.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He actually has to be very
What do you mean,
connected to the
no,
rest
he's
of the world.
not? He's more disconnected than anybody because he's at like the top of the
How's
world.
that? That is not being disconnected at all.
Like you think?
Define.
I gotta see the whole thing. I gotta see the whole thing. Wait, this shit is insane. He's so mad. He's so fucking mad. He's seething. He's like, no, Elon's not disconnected. How did Elon be disconnected? How does that make any sense? Adrian Dittmann, will you collab with me? Leo, thank you. Please no Elon Chan. Can you buy 4chan instead, Pippa? No, sorry. I don't work with feds. Autism.
For the gun that I have, anyways. Is that an assault rifle?
How do you think Elon
Nice.
like tweets so much during the day? Like, how does he have time for that?
Autism.
Autism?
So awkward. This is so awkward. Does anybody have just the highlights? This is too awkward. Elon Musk alt account exposed during chat with
It's
Destiny.
like my version of chills to try and read as
How many streams is this guy going on? Is this like when big streamers make alt accounts so they can collaborate with people that they shouldn't?
longer.
Is Elon Musk?
Like, I'm not perfect. There are times where I make mistakes or fuck up, or I might get too emotionally invested in something in the heat of the moment and not give a point that I probably should have in retrospect. But for the most part, I try pretty hard to be truth-seeking, as all
Listen to how he responds.
the centrists like to say they are.
Truth, you got that way. You like slowed down for that one. That was funny.
Wow.
Yeah, that's nice. Actually, I think that's really impressive. It's cool. This is the kind of part of the Destiny that I'd want actually more people to see, especially like on X, you know, what you just explained, because I think that's really cool. You should like clip this part, or somebody should clip this part and post that, because that's really good. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, look, it's...
He speaks like an
but I also get the people who don't like Elon as well. So whoever that dislikes Elon, by default dislikes me as well, because of the obvious parallels, right?
Sure.
Even though there isn't anything, but really that just, I mean, there are certain similarities, and people make the effort to point those similarities out. They don't actually focus on the differences. Like, say, for instance, one of the key differences would be speech, right? Our speech patterns are similar, but I speak faster. That's one thing that, you know, I kind of feel like I'd have to point out. Sure, I have stammering as well, but that's because I'm autistic, right? This is the same thing.
What? That's stupid.
He is autistic, I'm autistic. I'm just different in terms of me being able to basically do public speaking.
Man just blamed his stuttering on autism. Fuck
Right?
you.
Because I kind of tend to speak quick and be able to articulate my point in great detail without kind of, you know, stammering too much. You know what I mean?
Chat. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I think it's the same dude. I think it's literally the same dude. I think he's trying to smurf. But his rank was already boosted. So even around normies, he struggles to come out on top.
Everybody, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Low Effort Clips. That's right, Low Effort Clips, right here on YouTube.com. Yeah, and hit the notification bell. Yeah.